So come along with me today while we tour the thriving metropolis of Goldsboro, North Carolina, right over in Wayne County. I'm actually going to scout out one of the markets that we're in just to do some research. I'm actually researching all of the counties and markets that we actually sell in and have some of our incredible real estate brokers in. And this week I've not felt well. I caught the crud from old Pastor Marvin Price Jr. Shout out to my lamb chop, aka Lammy. So because I don't feel 100%, I have not been meeting with people in person because I don't want to be contaminating nobody, anyone. Tonight we were supposed to have our Fusion Fun night. We were going bowling and I was like, oh my gosh, but I canceled it because somebody else had the flu and then I wasn't sure if I was contagious. So I was like, let's just not do that tonight. So we're planning to get together afterwards. So today I have decided that since I have to be in the car and I really need to get this work done, I'm going to head to Goldsboro, North Carolina. I have some juice in the car, I have some Dayquil, and we're going to go and see what is happening today in the thriving metropolis of Goldsboro, North Carolina. And I actually also had pulled up their 5 to 10 year economic development plan to give me an idea of the demographics and just the plan of future growth that's going to be taking place there. And I'm actually planning to share with you guys as well, so you can have an idea too, in case you're like, you know what, I love the Fayetteville, North Carolina market. I love Hope, Harnett, Sampson, Lee County, but have you considered Wayne County? I know a lot of people commute to Fort Bragg or previously Fort Bragg, Fort Liberty, and they commute into Fayetteville every day from Wayne County, and that is really not that far. You're talking about roughly, I think it's 58 miles, so it'd take you an hour to get here. An hour on country roads probably could take some of y'all to drive like out of control, 45 minutes to get here. And so as we're talking about expanding into other areas and other areas of affordability and where you can potentially find yourself purchasing a home or an investment property, I just decided to go scout it out for some of our buyer clients and actually also connect with some sellers while I'm down there. I'm just gonna just doing some research, right? Remember how the 12 spies went and spied out the promised land? Right? Well, God has a promise for all of us as well. And so oftentimes we just need to get in the car, put our clothes on, get dressed up, and go do the research, right? And figure out, okay, what's going on around me, what's going on all around us, so we know where the areas of opportunity are, where the pockets of opportunity are, where the pathway of growth is going, and the direction that the Lord has taken us in. So today I've decided to scout out Goldsboro, North Carolina. I'm going to keep you guys posted. I'm going to do a voiceover because it'll just be easier to take the video and the pictures without trying to be in it. So again, I'm Garlinda Price. I'm the broker and owner of Fusion Properties LLC. From the capital to the coast, your realtor for life, and we are hiring part-time real estate brokers, North Carolina licensed, full-time real estate brokers, as well as referral broker partners. We have an incredible referral agent program. I would love to talk to you about that. If you're someone that says, you know what, I'm just not strong in sales, but I have a great network, I'd love to still use my real estate license, but maybe not be out in the day-to-day hustle and grind of buying and selling, or working with buyers and sellers. We have an incredible referral agent program. I'd love to talk to you about it. But anyway, my phone number is 910-494-7798. Let's go and see what Goldsboro, North Carolina, Wayne County has to offer. God bless you guys. Stay tuned. So we are just getting into the thriving metropolis of Goldsboro, North Carolina, home of Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. And it didn't take any time to get here at all. So I want to encourage you, for those of you that are like, you know what, it really doesn't matter to me where I purchase a home in terms of school, location, or just wanting to be in a specific area, I really want to challenge you to consider Goldsboro. It's really close to Fayetteville. I mean, I probably got here in under 45 minutes. So anyway, it's not that far. There's tons of restaurants here. I passed several coming into Goldsboro. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the downtown area, which I know for a fact is really cute because we attended a ministry event down here a few months back, and it was super, super cute. And then I'm just going to ride around and see like what the subdivisions look like, what the neighborhoods look like, and just give you an idea of what the market is doing down here in Goldsboro, and see if it might be an opportunity for you and your family to consider a property here. Even would it be a good place for you to potentially have a rental or an investment property. Be back soon. So Goldsboro's downtown, we're getting ready to turn down there now. It is very cute. It's vibrant, it's lively, it's alive. There were a lot of stores, a lot of shops. I didn't see hardly any vacancies. It is you can tell that they really spent a lot of money renovating, rehabilitating, and revitalizing their downtown area. Now, some of the side streets where you see a lot of the Victorian properties that I'll talk about, you can tell as well. I only had the phone up because I was trying not to record people. So if you see me kind of move the phone out of frame of buildings, it's only because there were people walking by. But just all the shops and downtowns, they have the roundabout. So, you know, I love that because you can't go flying downtown. So it's safety measures in place for people. But just all these cute shops and stores, I think it is such a great use of all the brick storefronts and everything that's out there available. People were sitting outside. There was a lot of foot traffic. They have a movie theater, tons of restaurants. They were starting to put up their Christmas decorations near the end, where when I go driving down towards the end of it, you can tell there's still a lot more to be done just on the side streets, but just in their, like, their centrally located downtown area. And right behind these buildings, it looks really, really good. And you even notice all the cars that are on the street. Like, there's a lot of activity down there. So shout out and kudos to Goldsboro for creating such a gorgeous, thriving downtown. I was curious as to what style of architecture is prevalent here. Of course, looking at this gorgeous green home, and this is the Art Deco architectural style, is really gorgeous. And so you see a lot of this in the downtown area. Is a lot of the homes are built using that Art Deco architecture, and it is just really, really pretty. I love older homes. I think that once they are able to continue putting the money back into the infrastructure downtown to continue revitalizing even the side streets, it is just going to continue to be incredible. This is the home of Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. There's another Art Deco home. Just really, really beautiful. And so super close to Raleigh, which I'll talk about later on, close to Fayetteville, North Carolina. They have all this art downtown as well. But look, all of these homes look like they're in some form of repair, which is really awesome and incredible, because now there is a large rental population here in the Goldsboro market. You'll hear me talk about that at the end of the video when I share some of the demographics and statistics. But if you're looking for like a weekend getaway or just somewhere to go and enjoy, I definitely think you should check out Goldsboro, North Carolina. And then I'm going to share with you my idea of affordability at the end as well, when I share some of the sales that have taken place in the market over this last year. Enjoy. This part of Goldsboro is over by Seymour Johnson, so I decided to come down here. It's in the opposite direction of the mall, so the mall is, and we'll go down there too, but I just wanted to see, like, I know how Fort Liberty, aka Fort Bragg, looks when you get closer to our base, like the subdivision and the housing and things like that. And I just wanted to see if they have any new construction taking place down here near the military installation, or our growth and development kind of out in the outskirts of town. So we're actually like right at the base, so I'm gonna have to make a U-turn since I'm not active duty military, not a reservist. I used to be able to get into Camp Lejeune when I had when my dad was still had a sticker, so can't get in to go take a look-sees, but that's cool how it's right off the main road. So anywho, we're gonna turn around and we're gonna see what type of housing and or activities are taking place over by the mall, and just see where their growth and development is taking place. One thing I noticed is that their downtown area has some gorgeous revitalization, which is probably not new. It's probably been there for a while, but it looks really, really great. Like, they've done a really wonderful job with their downtown. And I also noticed there were so many colonial and Victorian looking homes. So I wonder, like, what were the settlers like of Goldsboro if it was such Victorian era? Like, this has to be a really old town. I noticed the same thing when my sister and I went to the Rockingham area and we were going up that way. There were a lot of Victorian inspired and style homes as well. So anyway, I'd be curious to know the history of the area. So here's all the eateries and all the shopping. We're over by the mall. You got the Hobby Lobby, City Trends, and then over on the right you have all the delicious edibles and everything that's near. Yeah, no, I don't mean edibles. I mean like food. That didn't come out right. But you know, we're over here near the mall. So let's keep going and see what Goldsboro has to offer. But so far, I think it is a really cute town. Like, really, really cute little town. And it doesn't have that feel of, what's the word I'm looking for, like it's overly busy, or it's a lot going on negative wise. It reminds me of Sumter, South Carolina. Just like a good vibe of, you can tell there's a lot of hustle bustle. You can tell that it's a busy place. You can tell there's a lot of people that live here. So I'm also going to do some research and just see what are the demographics, what is the population count. But super cute little town. Anywho, let's go see what else we can hunt down in the thriving metropolis of Goldsboro, North Carolina, over here in Wayne County. But they have a lot of stores. Like, I see a Belk, a Dick's, Sporting Goods, Joann Fabrics. They have all the major banks. Ooh, Ulta Beauty. That looks new because that wasn't there the last time I came. So it looks like they are doing some refresh to their like shopping malls and stuff like that. Really, really cool. Okay, you guys, I didn't get my camera on fast enough, but I mean, come on, you have all these Chick-fil-A, TJ Maxx, Cato's, Rack Room Shoes, Starbucks. I mean, you've got all of your amenities right here in Goldsboro. So this could be a really great opportunity for you to say, okay, where can I find affordable housing and or affordable home and still be close to Fayetteville, close to Raleigh. I'm going to Google and see how close you are to Raleigh in case you commute, or Highway 74. So we're going to take a look now at some subdivisions. I'm going to look for some new construction, and let's just check it out. But this is a gorgeous city. I really like it a lot. Goldsboro is really giving me all the welcome home vibes. I love it. So I found this neighborhood, Hunters Creek, and this looks like a really well-established neighborhood. So I wanted to get an idea of just what the homes look like. So I'm gonna be quiet now. We're gonna end up doing a voiceover, just so that'll give me time to film and not be talking so much at the same time. So let's get you closer in, and here we go. So what I loved about this neighborhood was the yards were really, really huge. This one was kind of on the outskirts of when you come into town. It wasn't far from a really big elementary school not far down the street. It was almost at the Welcome to Goldsboro side that I came in on. But I love that Goldsboro has a lot of brick homes. Now, even the vinyl siding homes are gorgeous, but one thing that I was able to note about it is that all of the homes seem to be well appointed in terms of the lawns. They seem to be really large. It just had that vibe of community. And so I think that's what kind of stood out to me. I was trying to figure out a word to describe it earlier in the video, but community, it just has that feel. And so I did have a chance to look up how close it is to other areas, and let me give that to you right quick. It is had to go back up. It is 40 miles southwest of Greenville, so super close to Greenville, North Carolina. 50 miles southeast of Raleigh, the state capital. 75 miles north of Wilmington. And then, of course, Seymour Johnson Air Force Base is located here. So it's close to a lot of things and really great amenities. I don't know how new it is, but let's check it out. This is called Glenda's Point. This might not be too new, but let's check it out. And it said that these were in the 400s. So let's go see what's going on over at Glenda's Point. So right at the entrance to the neighborhood, you have an academy. Looks like it might be a daycare. How cool is that? These are pretty. So this neighborhood definitely looked like executive level homes. They're gorgeous. It really put me in the mind frame of like Fairfield Farms and Greystone Farms here in Fayetteville. So if you're looking for an executive style home, because it's not just about affordable housing or all new construction, but one thing I can tell you is out of all the neighborhoods I rode in Goldsboro, I saw very few homes on the market. I probably counted maybe 7 or 8 at the most. I saw 2 for sale by owners. So there was not a lot on the market, and you're gonna hear me share the data later on in the video just about the sales in the area that I was able to pull. But this is a gorgeous subdivision, and I noticed when I went out the opposite end of it, the name of the neighborhood changed, I think. So one end it was Glenda's something, at the opposite end going out it was Old Farm. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But these are some gorgeous homes. They're huge, again, beautiful yards. I can't remember if there was a sidewalk or not in the subdivision. You should be able to tell as we're going through. Here's some new construction. That one actually had a 3-car garage. So these are executive level homes. So if you're like, you know what, well, is there anything high end in Goldsboro? Is there anything that, you know, I could look for by way of a move up home? They definitely have it. There definitely is. And so that was this particular neighborhood. And so here I am just switching to the opposite side of the street because there's a new construction there as well. And so it really looked like it had something for everyone, of course, starting at the 400s. And then I don't know how old this neighborhood is, but considering all the building that's in here, it probably has to be well over 3 to 4 years old. I love that white home. This side of the road actually gave me Orlando, Kissimmee vibes, right? So when we went on vacation earlier this year or over the summer, a lot of the homes had this same look, and they were just beautiful. So much building was taking place. And so this is a really gorgeous subdivision, gorgeous neighborhood. And I think I did not mention it in the beginning. If you are looking for your new home, regardless of where you are, from the capital to the coast, we want to be your realtor for life. My Fusion Properties team and I, we get it done through the grace of God. He's blessed us to just really serve at a high level and to really find what our clients are looking for. If you're wondering what your home is valued and where your equity is right now that you potentially would want to tap into, we would love to do a complimentary CMA. which is a comparable market analysis to tell you what your potential equity could be in your home. And then, that'll give you an idea of maybe, is it time to move up? Is it time to downsize? Is it time to buy your next investment property and tap into the equity to do that? We would love to have that conversation with you. But look, here again, a lot of these homes are all brick. So that's why also you have the pricing. I wouldn't be surprised now if, even though these started in the 400s, if they're probably now well over $500,000 mark, 550, 600,000. I don't know because I haven't priced these, but I would just imagine that the value probably has gone up significantly since they got built, and because of the quality of materials. Again, that's just my opinion. I haven't gone to look at sales over here. I'm just basing it based on the look and based on the size of the homes, etc. So don't take that as the gospel. That's just my opinion based on what I've seen. But just a pretty gorgeous neighborhood. So here I am right down the street. I went into another neighborhood, and these are adorable as well. I love a ranch home. I love an all brick ranch. I'm a mid-century modern kind of girl. I don't know if that's you. And so this neighborhood actually reminded me of a couple of neighborhoods here in Fayetteville as well. Again, this is in Goldsboro, North Carolina. This reminded me of Cottonade. This reminded me of Swans Creek. Green Valley. It just reminded me, College Lakes. It reminded me of those neighborhoods here in Fayetteville, but here in Goldsboro, North Carolina. I love the yard sizes. I love all the trees. That's one thing I noticed about all of the subdivisions, not all of them, but the ones that I went into. I don't want to be overgeneralizing stuff, but the neighborhoods that I did go into, I noticed that it had a lot of the trees and the greenery and the shrubbery and a lot of the foliage still there. So I thought that was really, really cool. And so here I am just going down several streets and tree-lined streets just to see what the homes look like. How do people keep their yards? And one thing I can say, I honestly did not see a lot of, I did not see a lot of vacant properties. You know how you can go to a subdivision or you can go to an area and you can see abandoned homes or vacant properties. I didn't see any of that, except for with the exception of downtown, of the homes that are being renovated. Probably down there I saw abandoned buildings, but that's normal and customary in a downtown area most of the time when it's being revitalized. But I didn't notice any of that as I was riding through the neighborhoods, and it just seemed like everyone had pride of ownership in their yard, just well taken care of, which is really, really awesome, because even though not having a great yard does not bring down property values, look, they had all the Christmas stuff going on. And I put the phone down right there because the guy was standing outside, but he had everything known to man for Christmas, which is really, really cool. A lot of people are getting ready. Some people already started with Christmas decorations. Look, these retailers rushed it on along. We hadn't even had turkey yet, and we're already having snowflakes. But anyway, so I just continued to drive through. I love that also for if you're someone that says where are all the ranch homes and you're willing to take a little bit of a commute, there was so many ranch homes to choose from in this area, especially if you're tired of stairs and affordability, right? So that's what we were looking for here. What is the affordability? What's on the market? What are the housing types like? And that's what I feel like we did a good job of showing today. Now look right here, you'll see me point out, or not point out, but slow down a little bit. There were two new construction homes near each other, and so right there is the second one. Do you own a lot within a subdivision? There's a third one. Do you own a lot within an older neighborhood? Did you used to have your grandmother's home and then you tore it down or got rid of it and now it's just a lot? Builders and general contractors and different people, corporate buyers, are coming in and they're interested in those lots within the older subdivisions. Why? Because one, affordability, and then some places are landlocked, right? Look at that gorgeous home. This is an incredible neighborhood too. But some places are landlocked and there's not a lot of affordable lots on the market. So what they can do is purchase your lot and then build new construction. It does increase taxes, but at the same time, it adds to and increases the viability of a market. So do you have a lot for sale? We'd love to help you. We specialize in vacant land and large tracts of land. We would love to help you with that. But this neighborhood was one of the last ones I went in before going out, It is so gorgeous. The homes are just beautiful. Again, I loved all the trees. Everyone just seemed to have, like, they were like pride of ownership, like just taking care of the home. The streets were wide, and you could just tell it had that family friendly feel and that family friendly air about it. And I really enjoyed my time today touring the Goldsboro, North Carolina market. So here I am just looking. Now, I did notice that not everybody has their Christmas decorations out yet, but this was just a fabulous neighborhood. I mean, that home right there, this was near the end of the street. Just fabulous. Totally love it. You know, I wasn't driving fast in that neighborhood like that. I just sped it up so it would go faster, the video itself. Is Chick-fil-A aware it's missing a cow? I don't know. That was so here we are leaving for the day. Thanks, Goldsboro. It was real. I shouldn't even say the day. I only spent a couple of hours there, but it was really enjoyable. I love all these old factory-looking buildings. I'm hoping that they make something out of those. Some of them are probably still in use, but I just love old buildings. I love older towns. I love architecture and just all the brick and everything else. Just so super cool. So here I am headed out. I've enjoyed my day, and then now I'm heading home to share with you the statistics, details, and facts I was able to find. Okay, you guys, so I am back home, and now I'm in front of the computer, and we're going to talk stats. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to pull up the information and the stats on good old Goldsboro, North Carolina. Now, keep in mind, we're not talking about all of Wayne County, okay? We're only talking about Goldsboro. So that's what we're going to discuss. And I just want to share with you basically what the sales have looked like over this last year, what they currently have going on by way of pending sales, and I forgot to what's actively on the market, what's pending, and what's sold. But let's get some demographic background right quick. And so what I was surprised by was the size of Goldsboro. So right now it tells us that, let me pull up population. We're going to go to the census. So it tells me that according to the last census, it looks like it was July 1st, 2022, there were 33,000 residents in Goldsboro. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I could tell it was a small town because I would go down one street, go back up, and I'm like, but I was just over here. So it's almost like a circle, like a loop-de-loop. But we're talking about finding areas of affordability and affordable housing in and around the Cumberland County market, Wake County, Johnston, Harnett County can be pretty expensive, in my opinion, in terms of if you're a first-time home buyer, you're a new home buyer. And so I'm like, well, what can I do today to generate activity and or share with you all what is taking place in the different markets so you can have an idea of where else you could potentially look for affordable housing. I'm gonna sit you over here to the left right quick. One thing I wanted to share with you really quickly is the average sales price. So the average purchase price, according to according to our multiple listing service, 2 bedrooms is around $139,000. 3 bedrooms average is $253,000. 4 bedrooms average is $315,000. So a total average price of around $261,000. That's pretty affordable. And then cash buyers, there were roughly cash and conventional were the number 2 loan types being used in that area. I'm sure there's probably a little bit more than that. This is just January to November data, but pretty interesting. 2017 to 2021, there were 3,254 veterans. Foreign-born persons, 2017 to 2021 was 4.1%. And then the number of owner-occupied housing unit rates, 40%. So 40% of the people that live in Goldsboro are homeowners. That's good to know. And then the median value, this was in 2021, the median value of owner-occupied housing units was about 135,900, which makes perfect sense because when I was riding around, I was like, well, where's all the new construction? I noticed that there was not a lot of new construction there, but also because the smaller population area and 60% of the people there either rent or own, meaning they don't have a mortgage, because this is probably tied to a mortgage, but I'm not sure, but 60% it seems like maybe is a rental population, right? So that could explain why there was not a lot of new construction there. And then what else do I want to share? It says living in same house 1 year ago, percent of persons, 79.8%. I don't know what that means, so I'm going to skip past that. And then let's say education. High school graduate or higher, age 25 years or older, 88.2%. Bachelor's degree or persons 25 or older, 22.1%. And then 49.7% of the people there are in the civilian labor force. And then 51.3% are female. That's pretty cool. And then it says total accommodation and food services. I was trying to see how it's broken down. So their economy is broken down by food services, healthcare, transportation, retail sales. So retail sales make up a large part of the economy in Goldsboro. That's something to know. And then the median household income, these are 2021 numbers, 2017 to 2021. The median household income was $39,562, and the per capita income 2017 to 2021 was $25,817. And then percentage of poverty, it says 24%. So those are just some numbers to share with you there from that area. And then square feet wise, it looks like it is 1,294.8 square feet. So it is a small town. But let's look at some sales because I thought that this was interesting. So over the last year, what I did was I put in how many homes are active, pending, and sold. And there's 329 real estate activities in our multiple listing service over the last year. So that's not a lot of activity, right? Now, that doesn't mean that there's not some area of opportunity. It just means because it's a smaller population, that means on the average, if they had, let me see, how many active transactions are there? Let's go back. I'm going to take out sold and pending. So there are technically right now 74 homes on the market. There are 0 pending transactions. This is just in Goldsboro. And there were 255 sales this year. So if you took that number and divided it by 12, that's roughly 2 sales a month. So when I was looking at Goldsboro, and I'm like, okay, what amenities does Goldsboro have to offer? What are some things that you could do when you're there? You know, if you feel like you're going to be driving back and forth, it had all the same restaurants. It had all the same big box stores, Ulta, Target, Walmart Express, Aldi's. It had a mall. It had all kinds of food places, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin Robbins. So you're still going to have access to the same amenities. And now the only thing I would need to compare, and I'm going to do that off camera because it would take me a minute to figure it out, is are Wayne County taxes less expensive than Fayetteville? So as you're looking at a home and you're like, okay, prices just seem to be getting higher, what other areas can I be looking in that are not that far away? I mean, literally, I got to Goldsboro in 45 minutes. It's right down Highway 13. So, of course, it's going to depend on where your job is located in the Fayetteville market or where your job is located in general, but I was able to get there in 45 minutes. So as you're thinking about some other markets, some other areas, I'm going to be researching a lot of different areas. Like I'm going to check out Laurinburg, North Carolina. I'm going to check out Laurel Hill, North Carolina, and just see what's going on in the areas on the outskirts of our town where there may be some greater chances and opportunity of affordability, and maybe you haven't tapped into them yet. And that's what you want when you're looking for a broker to work for you and to work with you. So work for you if you're a seller and to work with you if you're a buyer. Our job is to uncover opportunities. Our job is to go hunt it down and to find a needle in the haystack. I'm a needle in the haystack kind of girl. We're going to hunt it down. We're going to find it. We're going to figure out what the opportunity is, and we're going to share it with you. Now, ultimately, you get to decide, right? But it was just such a joy to go to Goldsboro today. It is a very homey town. I really liked it a lot. I would recommend it if you're, again, looking for affordability. Lumberton, I've already done a couple of videos on for affordability. So let me know your thoughts. I'd love for you to share in the comment section what you think down below. Yes, you think it's great, you need more information, you need more detail. I'd love your feedback. Okay, so anyway, I'm Garlinda Price, broker and owner of Fusion Properties LLC, from the capital to the coast, your realtor for life. God bless you guys. See you on the next one.